Can you scoot over, please? You got a notification.
Okay. Can you tone it back just a little bit?
I've just been excited since we got all that entertainment stuff.
I know, but it's really just been over like the last half hour. Like it's kind of.
Come on, loose. Does that make sense? Let's make sure we open chat and everything, so we can see all of our funny things that Taggart and people will say. So weird last week. That was the weirdest thing ever. Watch us record Howdy Radio Generation 24. Yeah, Dad, why aren't you watching this? Hot package. Can you please scoot over a little bit? I'm not really in the camera at all.
I'm not totally sure we have audio. Because it just came out of there, so I'm not sure if that's going to work or not. Okay, I guess it is.
Just one talking. Can you please scoot? Just wasn't coming out of your phone, it came out the speaker.
I don't remember where the chat is.
Go to the one that's 191. That one. And to the chat. Yeah. Press on that. Yeah, and then the three dot. How about you? Can you please scoot over?
Yeah, hold on just a second.
Boom. There we go.
See, now we're just about ready to record, and you're still 20 seconds into your food. And you can't be chomping on that thing on the air.
I know from last week. Tago was like, can you chew any louder?
Mm-hmm. All right, what do you want to talk about in the What's Up segment? You talk about the video games that we hooked up?
Yeah. I feel like that should be a bigger thing, though.
Yeah, it'll just be in the What's Up.
Yeah.
Let's name it video games. Good enough. And then, Rumble.
That's it. That'll be like a half an hour long segment.
I don't know if it'll be that long.
Well, Smoothie's thing is like a half an hour, so. Did you know that in every single Royal Rumble since Undertaker's been a thing, he is on every single poster?
That is not true.
Since he has been
on the most of them. He has not been on every one of them. Or at least that's what the video I just watched the other day on What Culture said. He was on 9 posters, which is more than anybody else.
I think we were watching the same video. I think I was there. Yeah, okay. You're right then. I think even last year, I think it was on it, in like the background.
No, last year, Hellman Goldberg.
Oh, TBD means to be decided because it's an open challenge. When you said TBD, I was like, how is it an open challenge if we already know who is he going against? I was confused. Who posted on Twitter?
What are you going to post? Watch Lane eat a Hot Pocket live on Howdy Radio?
Yes. Say those exact words. Please. Like, actually. Like, no joke. Say those exact words. Earlier, I showed my Hot Pocket to the thing, and then I ate on. Oh, hot. That was a bigger bite than I was ready for. Ah! Lots of cheese on my hand. Did I already ask when Mom was getting home?
Yeah, I didn't know the answer to it.
Oh, okay. Bye. Where are you going?
I kind of think I might want to play a little bit of the thing that me and Taggart recorded
On stream?
on just on the episode.
Okay.
I think that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah. Well, since you guys do it every Friday, you should do like a little like riff that you guys did as the transition instead of the ukulele.
I wanted to, though. I told Taggart earlier in the week that I wanted to record a new thing for Howdy Radio last night, but then we never did it.
When you recorded, you guys doing stuff though, right?
Yeah. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. We'll talk about it in the what's up part.
Okay.
We'll talk about video games and we'll talk about songs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, so I want to do something like, play just a couple. I got 2 different ones that I want to play.
Okay.
I'll say, like, we recorded this one last week, and then I'll just kind of give it a pause. So just kind of let there be dead air for a few seconds so that I can easily make the cuts that I need to cut.
Yeah.
And then after that pause, then we'll come back and I'll say, and then also this one, and then another pause there. And then we can that's really it.
Okay. It should be Howdy Radios.
All right, come on, finish it up. Let's get going.
I have this much left.
I know, finish it up. Let's get going.
It should be the Howdy Radio Guitarific.
Okay.
Get it?
Nope. Guitarific.
Guitar riff. Ick, because most of the things that you'll be showing is a whiff.
Queens of the Stone Age played their first show last night since Josh kicked a girl in the face. Nobody got kicked in the face this time, so that's a plus. And they played Everybody Knows That You're Insane. First time that they've played that in 12 years.
Why so long?
Yeah, I guess they just never played it before.
That's not the actual song, but title, is it? That's not the actual song. That's not the actual title, is it?
Yeah.
Wow. Start off of. What is that off of?
Songs for the Deaf, I think.
Damn, I think that might be rated R. There goes rated R.
Maybe.
Ow. Okay, I'm ready. What's up, guys? Are you ready to record Howdy Radio, Dad, Father?
Mm-hmm.
Did you post on Twitter about how you gotta watch me eat a Hot Pocket?
Yep.
That'll be fake news because I'm done eating my Hot Pocket.
All right. You ready?
Oh, whoa.
I mean, you gotta let me get in here too,
right up on me.
And you're too close.
No, I'm not.
You are, for sure.
No, I'm still right over here. And you're look at your face. Look at your face compared to mine. Look.
Half of my face is not on the screen.
You will look like this when you start to actually record. And look how big, like, look at your head.
Moving on.
Like, your head is humongous. It's huge.
Ready?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, man.
Try it again, remember?
That's the worst. Ready? Yeah.
Sorry, I'm dying. I'm dying a little. Okay, I'm gonna. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Howdy Radio, the Next Generation, episode 24. I'm Brandon.
I'm Lane.
And we got the intro right this week. All right, we're back. Another week. 2 weeks in a row. We always celebrate if we do 2 weeks in a row. We're rocking it now. We're on it. We're about to be on a roll, which is cool. All right.
We're not gonna record next episode. Next episode is 25, so we have to do that.
Yeah.
We can't miss.
And I'm tired of saying like we gotta do something cool, but like we haven't figured out what to do cool yet. So
we have to decorate our house in TP that says Howdy Radio TNG Rocks.
Okay. That ain't gonna do anybody any good that listens to the show.
No, we will have it only video next week.
Maybe we just get like a bunch of different special guests or something.
You have to get everyone.
I don't know what to do.
We have to have lots of people. You have to get all the old Howdy Radio people back.
All right. Hey, we speaking of the old Howdy Radio, before we get started on this episode, I want to tell you about another episode, although I don't think it's really good. Unless you're watching the live stream of this right now, then me telling you this information isn't going to do a lot of good, but I'm going to do it anyway. So today's Saturday afternoon. We're recording Howdy Radio TNG right now, but later tonight at like 11 o'clock tonight, we'll be going live again for an episode.
Are you guys doing that upstairs?
No, probably not. I'll be sitting right here.
Am I still allowed to be in the basement? Just I'm not allowed to be a part of it.
Yeah, you're not a part of it.
Okay.
So we're doing a show, and I think we're calling it Howdy Radio at this point. Just regular Howdy Radio, not Howdy Radio the Next Generation. But I think like we're kind of trying to kick around the idea of coming up with something else to call it. I don't know if it's something we're going to keep doing. I don't know, but it's going to be me.
Howdy Radio, the old generation.
No. So it's going to be me, Smoothie, and Scott.
Who you will see later. Smoothie.
Yeah.
Will be later on this episode.
That's right. So we're doing an episode tonight. It is, now I'll throw it out there right off the bat. Smoothie asked this question the other day. Is this going to be a family-friendly one? No, it is not. Howdy Radio, the Next Generation, family friendly.
Because you can't say exactly what you said.
The show the show that me, Scott, and Smoothie do. No, I want to sit here and I want to drink beer and I want to cuss and say stupid things. So just
I think you already got all of that out of your system last night.
Yeah, but it'll be that's
so
how we're doing that
weird.
show. So. Tonight, Saturday night, at about 11 o'clock, we're planning on going live, recording for like an hour and a half or so. But then a podcast version of it will be released, just like Howdy Radio, the Next Generation. And we'll see where...
Can I listen to the podcast?
I don't know, maybe.
There cannot be any more different than what you guys were talking about last night.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
You guys were very drunk last night.
Yeah, well, I don't know. So, all right, we got two things to talk about here before we get into the main show. Getting drunk last night is a good segue into one of the things that we want to talk about and that I wanted to do on this episode to make it kind of cool. So, not every Friday night, but here lately it has been most Friday nights. Last night was 4 Friday nights in a row, which I think is a record for us. Me and my buddy, Brian Taggart, we get together, and we've got a couple other friends that have started to like come over and hang out with us as well. But usually me and Taggart, we're the main ones here, but we get together and we jam and drink beers and have fun on Friday night. I got a drum set now. We got, between me and him, there's like 4 or 5 different electric guitars to choose from. So we got a cool little...
That every time they're louder than the other one. It's really
Yeah.
annoying.
Yeah, I don't know how much my family likes it. So when we do this...
Especially when I'm down here, right next to all of it, it's really, really loud.
Yeah, I know it is. But that's, I mean, it's rock and roll. It's not meant to be quiet. So, but the way that it works is that we have to kind of work around Taggart's work schedule, which usually means that we can't get started until like 10 or 11 o'clock Friday night. So we got sometimes we get a little earlier start, but usually it's around that time, which means I have a super cool wife that lets me pound on drums until, sometimes like 4 in the morning or something. That has happened in the past. And only a couple times has she had to send me a text. It's like, okay, no more drums. Or can you stop hitting the drums so hard? Is that
what she said last night when you guys were talking about just like, okay, I think in like half an hour we're going to stop.
No, that was just my rule. Because
it was getting really late.
Yeah, it was. So last night we were jamming and we went until like 1 o'clock or so. And then we said no more drums. Because if it's just the guitars playing, we can keep those low enough to where we can sit down here and jam all night long and you can barely even hear it upstairs on the first floor. The drums, that is not the case in the least bit. The drums are extremely loud. You can hear them in every inch of the house. My neighbors can probably hear them, although I've never had any complaints about it.
So my friend on Xbox yesterday.
Was like, Lane's friends on Xbox on Friday nights get to listen to us jam.
One of my best friends likes the kind of stuff that you play.
Yeah.
So, but one of my other friends was like, does your dad just not care about his neighbors at all?
No. I mean, honestly, no, I do not. I got neighbors on both sides of me that I never, ever talk to. I don't give 2 craps about them. So, if they want to call the cops on me because of it, then I'll have a different way of going about it. But so far, there's been no complaints. So hopefully there isn't. But whatever. So since we've got the drums, like we're both kind of trying to learn how to play the drums. And we're both kind of getting there, I feel like. So what we've been doing is like, usually we always get together and we play through like a night's worth of just other people's songs. Like we'll play along to the Misfits and Social D and every band known to man, whatever. But lately, because we've kind of like got this thing going on down here with all these instruments, we're like trying to come up with our own little stuff just because it's fun to be creative and make music ourselves.
Yeah.
So we've had over the last couple of weeks, we've kind of worked on 2 different songs / riffs kind of thing. So we want to play them on Howdy Radio for you, which is kind of cool. We've never really like put this stuff out there like that or anything. It's recorded very crappily, honestly. It's recorded with the same mic that we record this show with. And that's obviously not the type of mic you're supposed to use to record guitar amps and drums and stuff like that. So I have to put the mic near the amp so that it picks up the amp. I have to kind of crank the amp up because I have to be able to get over top of how loud the drums are, which is again why it makes it so loud when we're jamming at 2 a.m, because not only are the drums so loud, that means I have to turn my guitar up so I can hear my guitar with the drums. So it just makes the master volume so much louder for everything. So we got 2 different ones we've been working on, and I just thought it'd be cool to play them. Why not? It's our show. We can do whatever we want. So here is the first one we were working on. We're still trying to figure out like what to do with this one. We really liked the riff itself, but we were having a hard time like coming up with like something else to go with it, like for the rest of the song or what to switch to and stuff. But I think it sounds really cool, and I think it rocks. I think Taggart really kills the drums on it. I think it's awesome. So here is, we'll just call this riff number 1. All right, and this one, I hope you liked that one. I like that one. What is so funny? Okay, Lane's uncontrollably laughing. So, and then this one is, seriously, what? I don't know what I missed.
Because we had to leave that so far out. You were just
okay. So
bobbing back and forth.
Yep. So so here's the second one. This one we kind of were more easily able to come up with like a transition between like the main riff and like a verse type riff or whatever. So this one is Taggart play. I didn't specify that. The last one that we just played was me playing guitar, Taggart playing drums. Now this one is switched. This one is Taggart playing guitar and me playing drums. And this one's a little bit longer because there's a little bit more to it to go back and forth. So check this one out. All right, so that's that. So that's cool that we got to play those on Howdy Radio. No point in it whatsoever other than just we sit here and we record all this stuff like when we jam, so we might as well do something with the recordings. So there you go. Now they're Howdy Radio exclusives. What do you think of art? Like, do you think our jams are cool?
Yes.
Yeah.
If they weren't so loud.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So then I got this other buddy, David. David doesn't really play any instruments, and he's always talking about when to sing. So I'm like, all right, so we're working on these songs. So like here soon, once we kind of get them put together, it's going to be your job to come up with some words to sing over top of them. So we'll see if that happens.
So actually, in band, what are you doing?
I just dropped a micro SD card, and I'm probably never going to be able to find it.
Oh my god.
All right, so in band.
Okay, so in band, we were doing stuff, and they used a snare drum. JV did.
Yeah.
So to mostly lower the volume to make it a lower pitch, you just turn this little thing on the side that is on the drum.
Mm-hmm.
So if you guys need to, you can still play the drums. Just turn that thing like slightly over. It makes kind of the same sound, but it doesn't go like as far.
Okay.
So like if you were to hit it once, it would go for 3 beats. But if you were to do this, maybe it just does 1 beat. So it's like not as loud.
Yeah, I mean, it's drums in a tiny little basement. Well, yes. It's just going to be loud.
Like, I could play it right now and it would be eerie.
I don't even care. Like, it's loud and whatever, man. That's part of the fun.
Exactly.
So there's that. And then we also wanted to tell you about a little project that we worked on. I mean, all morning and kind of afternoon. Yeah.
A long time.
Yeah, it took longer than I thought it would, which I don't really know why. I thought it would take shorter, but whatever. So tell the people what did we do? So
first off, we are a very electronic family.
Yeah.
So we have lots of consoles. So we have right now we have 2 Xbox 360s, a PS3. Well, Taggart bought last night. He bought us a PS2 with Tony Hawk's Underground, whatever it's called.
Yep.
And then we also have an Xbox One, a Wii, and a Raspberry Pi.
Yep.
So a Raspberry Pi is mostly just like an emulator. It is like a physical emulator.
Yeah.
Well, you got it. You can stop saying yep.
Yep.
Oh my goodness. So we decided to get all of these things and make them go onto one TV.
Yep. So, well, minus, well, you said we have 2 360s.
We do.
So one of them is in Tyler's room.
Yes,
so
one of them is what we're using to put into a TV. So we're putting an Xbox One in a TV. We're putting an Xbox 360 in a TV. A Wii in a TV. A Raspberry Pi 2 in a TV. A PlayStation 2 in a TV. And a PlayStation 3 in a TV.
Yeah. So we just took all the consoles basically that had just been kind of laying around lately, and then added in the PS2 that we got last night, and we hooked it all up to the TV, and it's all like nicely wired, and it looks really cool with all of the consoles on the shelves and everything.
And then we have this big bookshelf that used to have a bunch of books because it's called a bookshelf.
Yeah.
And now it's a video game shelf.
Now it's a game shelf.
Yeah, now it's like did you know that bookmobile is a word?
Yes.
Who thought of that word? Bookmobile?
When I was a kid, a bookmobile was like a pretty normal thing.
Like a bookmobile is like what Batman, like an educational Batman would ride. A bookmobile. Like what is this?
It's a mobile that sells books.
So it's like
the book
it's like
fair
the Rick
that
and
comes
Morty
to
books. It was like the Rick and Morty
mobile.
thing.
Yes.
It's the Rick and Morty mobile, but for books.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was a thing when I was a kid, like the bookmobile. Like, and then it kind of transitioned into, what's the book thing called? I just said it, but
Bookmobile.
No, the one that you do at your school.
Oh, book fair.
Book fair, yeah. So like book fair kind of took over the bookmobile. I don't know why we're talking about that even a little.
Yeah. Okay. So
now we got all them things hooked up, and we can switch through them all. And with the Raspberry Pi, that gives us like Nintendo and Super Nintendo and all
PlayStation
of those.
1. We found out that actually works, so we were able to play Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing you're right after this is going to download 15,000 other ones.
Yeah, probably.
Every single Tony Hawk game known to man.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
So it's cool to have all that hooked up. It was fun doing it because I just enjoy hooking stuff up. I'm weird like that, I guess. Me and my friend Ryan, like back in the high school and like right out of high school days, like we did that stuff all the time. Like we had all the Nintendos and Super Nintendos and like everything all hooked up to one TV. At one point we had all of the systems hooked up to like 8 TVs, and you could select like which TV to play which console on, and there was so many wires and so many switches. And
did it look as clean as always?
Yeah, minus the wires that like had to want, because they like literally ran from like room to room.
Yeah.
So like those.
So some like wires on the floor.
Yeah. So like we hid some of them. Like if there was carpet, we'd run wires under the carpet, but sometimes there was not. But yeah, I mean, we always tried to make it look nice and clean also.
Oh, and then you guys moved from there also. So you guys had to take all of those wires out and unplug all of those TVs and all of those consoles. Yeah. Oh, that must have taken a couple days.
Yeah, I mean, it was a lot of work. But we always had fun doing that. So I got the kids into it today. And Tyler, Tyler doesn't know the difference between a USB cord and an HDMI cord. And that, I feel like I've failed him as a parent. Yeah. To where he doesn't. He's just not into that kind of stuff. He don't care about that stuff, so it's whatever. Lane kind of gets into it, and he's not a master of all of it, but he gets the gist of it all for sure.
Yeah.
So we got it all hooked up. We got it all hardwired with a bunch of Ethernet cables and everything. We got the wires pretty well hidden back behind. That was kind of Tyler's job, was kind of the wire management.
Because he has like OCD, so he has to have those things.
So he made the wires look good. So now we got all this stuff hooked up, and I don't know. I don't know that it'll get used
it will.
A ton, but
it will get used.
It'll get used sometimes.
Especially the Raspberry Pi being there. The Raspberry Pi is something big.
So, but I think you'll be back to just exclusively Xbox One within like a week. The novelty of this will
Well, tonight, yes, I'll
off.
probably be playing some Overwatch.
Yeah, so I'm just saying, like, and I don't expect it to like never play the Xbox One again and only play this stuff, but like, there's been some stuff that I've been itching to play that just isn't on this generation of games. So it's kind of nice to have like especially like the PS2 and the PS1 is kind of where I'm like looking to play like some of those games again. That's kind of what I'm feeling right now. Yeah. Because I'm not feeling these new games. I'm just not. So, but I'm glad that we've got all this stuff hooked up. It's awesome. It's cool.
Yes, it is.
So what else? Is that it? That's it for this part, right?
Yeah.
So this episode, we've got, man, this is probably the longest What's Up segment ever. Yeah. We've only got two more segments for you. One we've got coming up is our WWE Royal Rumble prediction spectacular. Yes.
Oh!
This is our second time doing a WWE prediction spectacular. The first was WrestleMania last year, and this is our first time.
That was so long ago. Yeah. It feels like yesterday.
Yeah. Here soon, we'll in 2 or 3 months, we'll be doing our second annual WrestleMania.
Yeah, and like a couple of weeks is our 1-year anniversary.
Yeah. So this is our first annual Royal Rumble because it happens in January. So we're going to tell you what who we expect to win the Royal Rumble match.
Yes.
Matches. We got that, and then we've also got. So here's what happened. We talked last week on the show about YouTube, and one of our fans, friends, whatever we call him, Scott Steiner. He called me on the telephone and said that you don't know what you're talking about when it comes to YouTube. No, so my buddy, the same guy that's doing this new show with us, Scott Garbage Bin. I never know what to call him. Garbage Bin or lameness.
His name is Scott Steiner.
That's the dumbest thing in the world.
No.
So I'm just going to say Scott because that's just his name. I don't want to keep throwing out like screen names, I guess. So whatever. So Scott tweets me and he's like, you got some stuff wrong there. So what we did was we reached out to our friend Smoothie, who is he's our YouTube expert. So we've got a good long conversation with Smoothie about YouTube and about what maybe you could use instead of YouTube and how that all is working. So first we've got some wrestling and then we've got some more YouTube talk, and that's what we got for you this week. Yes. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
This episode's going to be 2 hours long.
Yeah, I don't think the Royal Rumble will be too long.
How long do you think it's going to be longer than the What's Up segment?
No, I don't know. I don't think so.
It's already 45 minutes.
If it is, whatever.
Okay, I'm good now. Do we know when Mom's getting home? Because I would like to get a PS2 controller.
All right, so let's go back here. You ready?
Yes. Yes, I am. Very much ready for it. Yes, I am. I'm ready for it. Yes, I am.
Ready? You're killing me. Are you ready?
Yes.
Do you want to bring this one in?
No, thank you.
Tomorrow is the
Sunday.
Is the WWE Royal Rumble. Yes. I don't know. It might be like the 30th anniversary. I don't know what it is. I don't know why I said that because I don't have any idea. It started in 88, so I think that would be the 30th.
No, because
no.
It's 30. It's like 33 or 34 this year for WrestleMania, and it was 85. So for WrestleMania, so 88, it's 3 years behind. So it's like 31.
All right, yeah, that makes sense. So we would like to go through the pointless matches that nobody cares about and tell you why we don't care about them.
Yeah.
And then more importantly, we're going to pick who is going to win the men's Royal Rumble and the women's Royal Rumble. This is the very first year that they have done a 30-woman Royal Rumble.
But they don't have enough pictures of the women in the roster.
They don't
to put on the poster.
They don't for the men either.
Do.
Neither one of them fills out all 30 of the things because, of course, there's surprises and stuff. But there's a whole women's revolution or evolution. What do they call it? Women's evolution going on in the WWE right now. So this is they're taking women's wrestling seriously.
It's been a while though. That's been for like 2 years.
Yeah. So, but they keep doing these like big first things, and so they're being the first Royal Rumble, really a big deal for the women division. They're like trying to take them they're actually trying to take the women seriously now instead of them just being like boobs. So, because that's what they were.
This is family friendly, Dad.
Time. Yeah.
This is family friendly. So, you're not talking about boobies.
So real quick, before we go into the Royal Rumble, let's rewind a little bit to Raw 25. Yes. What do you think? So Raw 25 was the 25th year anniversary of WWE Monday Night Raw. It's the longest running wrestling program in the history of wrestling.
It's probably the longest running show.
But for any show to last 25 years is extremely impressive.
Besides Time WWE, of Our Life or whatever the show's called. That's I looked at it. I was
it ran
on
for 50 years or something.
Yeah, it has 200 seasons.
Yeah. So all the soap operas are like that. I mean, they're every day. They're every single day. So I mean, you got to give it up to them. I've always thought soap opera actors have got to be the hardest working actors that there is, because there's a new show every day.
Yeah.
But who cares about them? So WWE Raw, 25 years. That's a huge deal. That's awesome that they've managed to stay alive as long as they have and run.
Especially since they've been. What they're doing right now, they're not doing well, really.
Yeah. But they're still pulling in enough numbers for cable companies to pay them to be on their network, so that has not changed. So Raw 25 was okay. There was a couple cool spots. Other than that, I feel like it was kind of a miss. Yeah, really kind of was.
The beginning, the end, and then the Undertaker thing,
The Undertaker thing was stupid. I thought the Undertaker thing was stupid.
It was mostly just saying, hey, this WrestleMania, I'm done.
He didn't say that at all.
That's mostly what he said.
He basically said nothing at all.
He mostly said time. It's whatever. But what did he say? R.I.P. Yeah, he says it's finally for you to rest in peace. So that's a threat to somebody.
I don't know. I don't think anything he said made any sense.
Freaking Shawn Michaels is gonna come back.
It was such a stupid segment.
That would be awesome.
So anyway, but
Undertaker retired Shawn Michaels and Shawn Michaels retires Undertaker.
That makes sense.
That would be awesome.
So the opening segment was cool. It had Stephanie and Shane McMahon, and then Vince came out, and then Vince kind of went heel on them and started talking crap on them and
saying
stuff.
That he only did everything.
Yeah, he's I did all this, and all you can do is give me this stupid plaque or whatever. You're ungrateful. and then Stone Cold, the glass breaks, and Stone Cold comes down the ring, and he stuns Shane, and Vince takes a stunner. 72 years old, I think. 71. Still taking stunners. Good for him. Yeah. And then they announced that the XFL is coming back too. And I don't even want to talk about that stupid crap.
That wasn't during Raw 25.
No. It was just Vince made me think of it. So that was the opening segment, and that was hands down the highlight of the show.
What about the DX reunion?
Yeah, so then the DX reunion was okay, but they've done a DX reunion a billion times. But this time they kind of switched it up a little bit, and they included Scott Hall into it, kind of making it a DX / the Click reunion, which was cool, and they all did their little too sweet thing. And then they kind of even switched it up a little bit, took it a little step further than that, and they took the Bullet Club, which is now called the Balor Club. So the WWE version of the Bullet Club is called the Balor Club. And so they always do the little too sweet thing too. That's something that the Bullet Club does, in reference to DX. And so then they came out and they all did the little too sweet.
They all did it together.
It was kind of
I was trying to show what it was, and I did it wrong.
Yeah, that's so good. There you go.
I actually did that.
Oh, that's terrible. So it was kind of like a old school meets new school DX.
At first, I thought they were gonna ruin it and be like, they were gonna come out and be like, "Oh, you guys suck with the new DX." Yeah, and then we're gonna have a match, and then they're gonna get whooped or something like that.
It was cool to see the three guys in the Balor Club following what they posted on their Instagram and Twitter and stuff like that. After the show happened, they were all just can't believe that highlight of my career so far. I can't believe we're were given the opportunity to do something that cool. So like it was cool to see that. So that was it. Other than that, the show was, I don't know, not very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless Miz did win the Intercontinental Championship, and Roman Reigns knows how to lose a match. It's crazy.
Yeah. So I don't care. All right, so let's move on to the
actual
Royal Rumble. So the Royal Rumble is tomorrow, maybe today if you're listening to it on Sunday. Or maybe it's Sunday. Or maybe it's over.
Maybe you guys already know that Finn Balor won.
Yeah. Wow.
Yes, it's 34.
What's 34?
The WrestleMania. It's going to be 34.
Yeah.
So it is 31 this year. Last year was 30.
Yeah, I think you are correct. It will be the 31st event in the Royal Rumble. Good job figuring that out.
I'm so smart.
So the main draw of the Royal Rumble is the 30-person match where you have to throw somebody over.
Wait a second.
What?
Why is that in the middle of the card?
I don't know. It's just a Wikipedia listing.
Okay, good.
So
I was so confused.
So you got 30 people. They all come down to the ring every like 2 minutes. And if you throw somebody over the top rope and their feet touch the floor, that's how you eliminate them out of the match. And to me, I think it's the most exciting match that WWE does all year long, usually. Yeah. It's a fun thing to watch. We bet on it, like actual money. Yeah. We bet on it, so it actually makes it like
extremely... And I'm allowed to bet.
Yeah, so and that makes it that much better. And so that's that. So, but there's other matches on the card too. And there's a lot of them this year that I don't care about whatsoever. Not a single one of them do I care about. Wow. So my question is, do you want to waste time on our show talking about them? Maybe just the main ones?
No, well, we're going to waste time.
Okay.
We're going to make this a 2-hour long.
I don't want to talk about this long at all.
No, we're not.
All right. So Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson versus The Revival. Who do you predict wins that?
Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson.
Me too. Moving on. Kalisto, some guy named Dorado, and the Great Malenko versus TJP, Jack Gallagher, and Drew Gulak.
Gentleman. That's the guy that has the umbrella.
I hate him. So who do you predict wins that match?
Kalisto, Lince Dorado, and Grand Metalik.
Okay, I picked the Great Malenko to win that match. So then there's Brock Lesnar versus Braun Strowman versus Kane, which is absurd that Kane is involved in this whatsoever.
The triple threat match.
Brock Lesnar, of course, wins that match, right?
Yeah.
Okay, AJ Styles versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. That'll probably be a good match. That'll probably be a good...
All three of those people know how to wrestle.
Yeah.
So.
AJ Styles wins because he's not going to lose the belt.
Who's gonna get the belt? I think we already know that, but I just haven't watched SmackDown in a while.
Okay.
So like who would win the belt? It's handicap match for the WWE Championship.
I don't know how that works.
That'd be weird.
Seth Rollins and Jason Jordan versus Cesaro and Sheamus.
I think Cesaro and Sheamus.
I'm not even gonna pick one. That's how much I care about that match. I won't even pick one.
You have to pick. For viewers, you have to pick.
Seth Rollins. Okay. God, that's stupid. The Usos versus Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin.
I think
that's a 2 out of 3 falls match.
Yeah, for the WWE SmackDown Tag Team Championship. Yeah. I think Shelton Benjamin and Chad Gable.
I say the Usos. All right, so there's all your pointless matches.
Okay, so
let's start.
Go back up. So these three are doing so the Bobby Roode match. Those are pre.
Yeah.
So there's only 4 matches on the actual
1,
thing,
2,
and then
3, 4, 5, 6. 2 of them being Royal Rumbles, which would be an hour at least.
Yes, both of them will be.
Yeah. So.
Those 3 matches on the pre-show.
Yeah, 3. So if it starts at 7, the pre-show might start like 5 or 6. That's too long. So, all right. So then there's men's Royal Rumble and there's women's Royal Rumble. Let's start with women's Royal Rumble because I assume that they will also start with women's Royal Rumble. So again, first year for there to be a women's Royal Rumble. So I'm excited that there's 2 Royal Rumble matches. We get to bet on both of them, and it'll be cool to see 2 of them. I've never been that big on women's wrestling in the WWE because
women wins.
Because typically the women in the WWE can't wrestle. So it's not fun to watch them try to wrestle, is how I've always felt about it. But now lately they've been pushing this women's wrestling thing, and they've started putting on some actually quality matches, and they've got some women wrestlers that can actually wrestle. So I feel like with that happening and with this being their first Royal Rumble, like they've got to go all out. Like they've got to put on like something super entertaining. Like all 30 of the women like that are in this match, I assume that they all want like this to be the Rumble that everybody talks about after it's over, and not the men's Rumble. Like they need to steal the show. They need to be what really happens. So, but I don't know if they're capable of doing that or not. I don't know if WWE is even capable of putting on.
Like, look at the 18 people that we already know.
So there's here out of all the people, there's Naomi, Asuka, Ruby Riott, Natalia. There's that's announced so far, and then
you have to say all the people.
Sasha Banks, Bayley, Mandy Rose, Sonya Deville, Carmella, Tamala, Tomorrow,
Tamina,
Lena.
That's the like daughter of like that Superfly stuff.
Oh yeah. Lena, Lana, Liv Morgan, Sarah Logan, Mickey James, Nia Jax, Nia Jax, Becky Lynch, Alicia Fox, Dana Brooke. I know most of them.
But you don't know how to say their names.
Paige originally announced, but she got injured. So those are the people they've announced. Then there'll be some surprises. Lita, I'm sure, will show up. Maybe Trish Stratus or something.
Yeah.
We'll see who shows up.
Most of the women that were... Did you see that they brought out, like, most women that... has like put a big impact on like the women.
Yeah, on Raw 25.
I'm guessing most of those people are going to be in it.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
But see, but I take that back. Most of those people that they brought out were the ones that were just boobs and they can't wrestle.
What about Trish Stratus?
Trish Stratus is an exception. Yes, there is a couple exceptions in there.
She's both.
But somebody like Kelly, very attractive woman, terrible wrestler. So if they are going to try to really make this like the Rumble to talk about, like those people don't need to be involved in it because they're just going to make the match worse. They're going to make it hair pulling and screaming, which is all women's wrestling was during that era when those people were there. So it's hard to tell what WWE will do with it. Like I expect like they should go all out and make it really good. But if they are going to include a bunch of people like that, then that's going to make it suck. So, and then the big rumor is that, what's her face? UFC girl.
Oh, Ronda Rousey.
Ronda Rousey. She's been apparently signed with WWE forever now, and everybody's like always waiting. Like she's gonna make her debut at WrestleMania. She's gonna make her debut here, and like it just still kind of hasn't really happened. So now this is
the point where she.
So now everybody's saying Ronda Rousey, number 30, surprise entrance into the first ever women's Royal Rumble, which would, that'd be cool. No, I'm not a Ronda Rousey fan in the least bit, though, so I don't really care if she's a part of it or not. But she's a big draw. WWE always wants to steal talent from somebody else and put them in their thing. So the question is, who wins this one? So if Ronda Rousey is going to make a surprise appearance and make her debut, there's no way she's going to lose, right?
Yeah.
There's no way. Why would they bring her in to make her lose? That's not what WWE would ever do. So, but then to me, the only other one that there really is to contend with that is Asuka. And she's a fantastic wrestler. I like her a lot. I like her style. She's completely different than any of the other women that are in there.
She knows how to wrestle.
Yeah, she's a very good wrestler. And she is undefeated. And she's been undefeated for a very long time. Before she even came to WWE and she was in NXT, she had a huge undefeated streak. And she gave up her belt that she had at that point to move on to the WWE roster, but never lost the belt. So if she enters the Royal Rumble and she loses, it would be her first loss. And it doesn't seem like the WWE wants to end her losing streak. I don't think that's a smart thing for them to do. And I don't think they want to do that. So I feel like it's between her and Ronda Rousey. So I don't know. What do you think?
I don't know. I think Ronda. If Ronda does not come, Asuka's definitely gonna win.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I'm gonna pick Asuka. She is my pick for the women's Royal Rumble match.
Yeah.
Because I feel like there's a good chance that yet again it'll be like, oh, okay, so Ronda Rousey did not make her debut.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna safely pick, I think, on this one.
Yeah.
But maybe they'll go a different
But I
direction
just can't wait
because
to get level. I just can't wait to get 29 and 30. Asuka being 29 and Ronda Rousey getting 30. Them both being
yeah.
last two of the matches. Even have to be over
I
for
hope
me to just
Asuka-
collect all that money.
Yeah. I hope Asuka gets an early number though. Like I'd like to see her like wrestle for a
Yeah.
while in there.
Yeah.
She'd be a good one to be in there for a while. So that's my pick for the women. So on to the men. So we've
That
got
was a long time talking about
So
them.
we've got about the same amount of people announced for this match so far. Elias, Randy Orton, I don't know how to say his name. Shinsuke Nakamura, John Cena, Finn Balor, Baron Corbin, Matt Hardy, Bray Wyatt, Rusev, Aiden English, Apollo Crews, Titus O'Neil, The Miz, Ty Dillinger, Big E, Kofi Kingston, Xavier Woods, Roman Reigns. God, that is just a bunch of mid-level crap wrestlers.
What
Is
about
it not?
Finn Balor? And like Randy Orton won last year. Finn Balor, those Bray Wyatt. You like Bray Wyatt?
Yeah, but they don't do anything with Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt isn't going.
Bray Wyatt's doing stuff with Matt Hardy.
They're never going to let Bray Wyatt out of the mid card at this point. There is no way that Bray Wyatt's going to win this thing and go on to have a title match at WrestleMania. They obviously are not going to do that with Bray Wyatt. My pick is Finn Balor.
Yeah, me too.
And I hope he wins because that's a list of a lot of crappy wrestlers.
That's again 18 people.
Yeah. So there'll still be some surprise entrants and whatnot. I don't know. I have more to say about the women's rumble than I do the men's rumble this time around, I guess, because at least the one of them is kind of new and something to it. But I'm just not into like all these guys that are in this one. It's a list of a bunch of crappy wrestlers. So
yeah.
Luckily, us betting on it will still make it exciting.
Are you guys gonna do the drinking game?
We might do a drinking game out of it. We'll see how that goes. So I think that's that. So whoever wins the Royal Rumble will go on to WrestleMania and fight whoever the champion is there, and that'll be the big main event.
Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, and then I'll be like, well,
get the
I don't care about that because I don't care about Brock Lesnar. So I think that's that, right?
Yeah.
So that is our...
oh my goodness, we talked for so long.
That's our first annual Royal Rumble prediction pick episode show thing.
Yep.
Cool.
Stop
all right,
it. Stop it. That's a good ending. Just stop it. We're all done. Press the stop button. No, you're not allowed to.
All right, so let's go ahead and move on.
We're gonna press the stop button and then go to all the other stuff.
Let's talk to Smoothie about YouTube.
I was gonna say, why you quit out of it? That would not have been good. You would have quit out of it. That would have been bad. I was trying to have one of those little funny endings.
I know, but it didn't work. It was just you being very obnoxious.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but it didn't work, and it was not enjoyable.
I've done that before, and then you just press stop.
I know.
I was just trying to get you to press stop. Yeah. Then you never did it. Why did you do it? I'm good now, don't worry, but I'm so good.
Yeah, we're going to need to wrap this up so that you can go be somewhere else. We need a break from each other for a while at this point in the evening. Okay?
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Ready?
Okay. Is this the intro or the outro?
This is the outro.
Okay.
All right, I think that's all we have for you this week. Episode 24 in the bag, 25 up next. Hopefully we come up with something cool to talk about next week. If not, whatever. We'll just sit here and talk about the same old crap we always talk about.
Probably, yes.
So, what else? Check out that new episode of possibly titled Howdy Radio or possibly titled something else.
Check out my Twitch channel.
Check out Lane's Twitch channel.
Lane 1113.
LAYN 1113.
Did you just spell my name wrong?
Oh, I forgot to hit the end.
Oh my god.
Sorry.
I'm done.
Right.
I quit.
LAYNE 1113.
No space. It's just 1113.
Yeah, people get that. Yeah.
Yeah.
What else?
Nothing.
I feel like there was something else I was supposed to mention in this end segment, but now I don't remember what.
You'll think about it in 20 minutes after we're done.
I will. That's usually how it happens. So keep checking out Keezy's Kyle show, Iconoclash. Check that out. Seems like they're doing pretty well over there with that. And that's it. We'll see you next week for the big 25th show of Howdy Radio, the next generation.
Bye. The intro is just gonna be, let's get ready to rumble. Gotta do that, okay?
Okay.
That's actually a good one because it's the Royal Rumble. Let's get ready to rumble. I can't do it correctly. Can you do it?
No.
Only
but also, they never go. It's just rumble. Like that's it.
Oh, let's get
you're
ready
making
to
it
rumble.
more than it actually is.
Okay, let's go. Press it. Let's get ready to rumble. I had to do it for a long time. Is that it?
Yes.
Okay.
Certainly is.
I'm falling. Is Mama home yet? Sounds like